Okay, I have to address these comments, like this one. To be honest, I have learned a lot in my comment section. I didn't know. I've never thought about the perspective of a man going to one of these events, honestly. And that was a genuine question. Me asking, what do men look for? Why don't they want to go to these events? I really wanted to know. And I think from these comments, I really got good insight on why they don't go, what makes them stay away from them, how do they actually feel about singles mixers. And it's so interesting. And based on what this person said, honestly, I kind of have to agree. I think there's a lot of pressure for men sometimes to just be in a room full of women that just judge them. I think even when obviously me going to one of these singles events, I see men that just aren't my type, right? And I'm not going to approach them. I'm not even going to look their way. And then meanwhile, they have a bunch of women, but if they don't look a certain way or they're not up to par to what women our standards, then no one's gonna approach them. So I do feel sometimes they do have a lot of pressure, and I understand why they don't want to go to these events. But based on these responses, I think I'm gonna retire these singles events. I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd rather just go back to meeting people in the wild. And yeah, I don't think there's ever going to really be value in it based on what I'm looking for. I think it's going to be really hard. So thank you guys for the insight. It was really eye-opening. And I'm just going to go back to the streets, respectfully, the godly streets.
She asked the question. The market answered. Men looked at the deal on the table. Pay to enter a room full of women who've already decided you're invisible and declined. That is not fear. That is a man reading the room correctly.
The money that you're spending for a dating event, you can take that money and go to happy hour. You can take that money and go to an actual event. You can take that money and do anything else besides going to an event where 9 times out of 10 there's going to be 80 women and 2.5 men. If I was a man and I was looking to build my roster in record time, I would buy a ticket to one of those dating events. You know why? Because the women there are giving very much, I'm gonna say it, desperate. Men are not going to dating events because it's too easy to get a girl anyway. And if they are going to dating events, trust me, it's not for the same intentions that you're going there for. And y'all are spending money for tickets for these dating events that is going to be more women there. If you're a lesbo, just say that. That's cool. But if you're going there really looking for a man, absolutely not. Take the money that you were going to use for that ticket, go level yourself up, buy some new makeup, buy a new dress, get a walking pad, go to happy hour, go to some other type of events that have men that are just naturally going to be there, that you can naturally just talk to, not with the intentions of dating. You have the intentions of dating and meeting someone, but he's going there just to have a good time. So that way it feels more organic, And I promise you will have a much better experience.
She actually got it right. The men who show up to those events already know what they're doing. The man looking for something real, he's elsewhere. Building, training, living. He stopped volunteering for situations that don't add up a long time ago.
Modern women will go to a high-priced institution, get a degree that nobody cares about to put themselves in a whole bunch of debt, and will burden them for the rest of their lives. All they learn in school is how to be disagreeable and how to use men. Number 2, modern women will get a job that is too stressful and does not care about them. In reality, the job isn't that hard or stressful, but the women will convince themselves that it is. 3, modern women will feel entitled to a certain lifestyle when they begin their careers and will buy houses and cars they can't afford or spend all their money on travel while ignoring their student loan debt. Modern women at stage 4 will wake up between the ages of 33 to 37, rush to have kids, find a husband or do both. Step 5, modern women will hit their late 30s and early 40s, try to get pregnant by a loser or go through IVF. Step 6, modern women will start on antidepressants or become alcoholics, either or. We don't discriminate here. Step 7, women will buy a dog or a cat and die alone.
Life keeps score. Short-term decisions have long-term consequences. That's not an attack. That's just how time works. The men who figured that out early started making different decisions for themselves. Quietly, without announcement.
So I had to come on here really quick and respond to this comment. All I want is a real man that pays all the bills like my dad. Well, honey, I'm not your dad. I mean, I could probably be your daddy, but definitely not your dad. And you gotta be doing wife shit to be treated like a wife, which you definitely aren't doing for me. And if all you bring to the table is another baby daddy, then maybe you should be asking him to be paying your bills. Just a thought.
She came to the table with an invoice. No resume, just a bill. A man who has built something for himself looks at that arrangement and keeps walking. The maths stopped working. And when the maths stops working, men stop signing up. Simple as that.
There are absolutely men out there that don't want to take on that responsibility, and that is called a preference. And they don't prefer to be with single moms, and that is respected. What I don't fucking respect are the men that come in and play as if they are okay with it, when in reality, they are not. They just say that so they can get what they want out of it. So can we make it a thing where if you don't want to be with a single mom, don't fucking date a single mom, don't fucking talk to a single mom, unless she says, I only want to get... then don't fucking talk to them. If they want a relationship and you don't want a relationship with a single mom, then you shouldn't be entertaining it. That is all. My TED Talk is done. My TED Talk is over.
No argument there. A man who knows what he wants is allowed to act accordingly. No explanation required. No thanks is a complete sentence. The conversation ends there for a man who respects his own time.
I keep seeing this discourse on TikTok about single moms and dating single moms and who doesn't want to date single moms and, oh, you're not worthy and all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. As a former single mom of 2 kids with 2 baby daddies, I have the room to say what I'm about to say. Every time you have another kid by another man or multiple kids by multiple men, your dating pool of men that will take you serious and want to date you, to marry you and see you as a wifey prospect and see you as somebody they want to build their life with and take serious gets smaller. And that's just bottom line, period, end of story, end of discussion, no argument. And that's a hard truth to swallow as a woman, that, hey, I made this decision thinking I trusted this person and wanted to have a family with this person and it didn't work out. And now because of that, there's like a whole group of men that don't even like see me as a dating. Yes. And that's just it. And as a former single mom, I had to come to terms with that, and that hurt. It hurt me that, hey, like it's not my fault I'm a single mom. It doesn't matter. People need to understand that single moms also come with a lot of fucking baggage. It's not even just about, hey, you had a kid with another man, you already started a family, or you're used goods. It has nothing, like, there's so much more to why people don't want to date single moms. The fucking baggage, the mental baggage, the emotional, physical, financial, like, there's so much fucking baggage. A lot of single moms come from abusive, fucked up, mentally, emotionally draining, traumatic relationships and aren't healed. And that in itself is baggage. Being abused is baggage. Trauma is baggage. All that stuff, trust issues, being cheated on, it's baggage. It's baggage. And a lot of us don't take the time to heal. A lot of us leave our abusers, our liars, our cheaters, our narcissists, and then we jump right back into the dating game. No therapy, no healing, no taking the time for ourselves to find ourselves, to get over what the fuck we went through, and then we take all that baggage and try to find a man to save us. And that's just not it. You shouldn't be looking at dating as a single mom as like a savior.
That took courage to say, and she is right. It is not about judgment. It is about where a man is going and what he is building. A man with direction is going to assess what aligns with that direction. That is not cruelty. That is clarity.
I'm starting to notice a trend, and everybody keeps asking me why I ain't got no man and why I'm not married yet. It's pretty simple. I'm not ready. And by the looks of it, a lot of these men, black men specifically, are not either. And I'm trying to stay within the community. But that's not something I'm focusing on right now, because I can't be focusing on what these men are doing. I can't be focused on what other women are doing, like, dear God, I can never be focused on that. But I say I'm not ready because there's a lot that comes with being a wife. There's a lot that comes with being a mother. There's a lot that comes with all of that. And quite frankly, I'm not there yet. I don't have it in me. I'm not gonna get up and do the things. I'm not a Proverbs 31 woman. I aspire to be like the Proverbs 31 woman, just like as I aspire to be like Christ. It sounds good, and I could try my best, but I am perfect, but I'm not ready. I'm just not ready. God's still working on me. And if y'all don't get that, I don't know what to tell y'all, but it seems like the only people that don't get it are men that want to pursue me, and elder women like, Tanisha, where your man? Like, and honestly, rightfully so, they believe that I should have a man taking care of all of my affairs, just like I was raised to have. But unfortunately, somebody dropped the bag with the men. So now I got to make sure that I have everything in order, and I got to make sure that everything is on lockdown, just in case a man do decide to slide up in my life. Can't build with you, baby, but I can be a wife and I can be a mother. And that's all that I'm going to be willing to offer. And right now, I can't offer that. So I don't think anybody asked, but except for the people in my real life. But now y'all know.
She said she is not ready. Believe her the first time. Too many men hear not ready and think they can change the ending. That is how you invest 3 years and get called a lesson. Protect your time the same way she protects hers. Everybody moves accordingly.
A woman recently posted online and shared her experience with attending a professional singles mixer event. She states that she drove nearly an hour, 47 minutes, to get to the event, and when she arrived, there were no men there, not one. And here is the empty bar. You can see that there are only women across the bar, no men other than the men who work in the building. So she posted to her social media basically asking, why don't men go to these single events, especially those of you who whine and complain on the internet about being single? Why don't y'all come to these events so you can meet a woman? Let's go through some of the responses because the men are behaving and saying exactly what you would expect them to. So this is from men, directly from the horse's mouth, on why they don't attend singles mixer events. So of course, one man brought up the bear. Basically, why should we go to singles events when y'all already said you feel safer around wild animals? Instakino is broke and complaining about the cost of dating. Because Instaskino is so broke, he states that he prefers to use dating apps. Ladies, I keep telling y'all to get off those dating apps because this is what is on there. Another man states that the men that women want wouldn't even need to attend these events. Another one states that men do not want modern women, more complaining about the cost of dating, and yet again, more of them complaining about the cost of dating. Black women, you must stop handing over your resources in the hopes of finding what does not exist. The reason that men don't attend these singles events is because, one, most of them already have a woman. Most men are not single. And two, they don't feel like they have to spend resources in order to get to know you. It's very simple. Anyone promising you a unicorn, anyone telling you that if you do this, you're going to meet the perfect man, that if you do that, you're going to meet the perfect man, is lying to you. They are lying to you and stealing your money. The men that y'all are looking for do not exist. And if you insist on searching for them, do not spend any of your money to do so.
Imagine paying money, dressing up, driving across town, to stand in a room where the other half already decided you're not worth showing up for. Most men looked at that flyer and made a different choice. Stayed home, cooked, watched the game, went to the gym. Peace turned out to be the better deal.
I just got back from a singles event here in Boston. It was at South Boston at a virtual golf place, and the event itself was great. The people that ran it were amazing, and the organization was great. You got a drink ticket, you got to play golf for a few hours and also mingle with the other singles there. I've been to other events similar to this in the city, both speed dating and then also other mixer type events, and I feel like the takeaways have been the same, and I've met so many great, amazing, beautiful, successful women at these events, but there's not really great guys attending these events. And I also talked with the people that put the event on, and they said the same thing. They mentioned how fast the women's tickets sold out, but then even leading up to the event, like a few hours before, like they still had so many men's tickets left, and they were really struggling with why men are not attending these events. And I had the same question, because I think as we move away from online dating and dating apps and meeting people just out at bars, like events like this are just such a great opportunity to meet people that maybe you wouldn't have met otherwise. I just don't know why there's not like quality men attending these events. Like, where are they? The event was great. Like, I met some great women, went with a friend, and it was a fun time. But the purpose was to potentially meet people to chat with and date, and I literally met nobody. I'm just curious, A, why people are not attending these events, and then B, as someone that holds events in Boston and the city, and I've talked about hosting dating events, how can we get men to attend these events? I tried to bring like someone I previously dated, but we're just friends now, and he was like, that's my worst nightmare, is attending an event like this. So yeah, I'm just curious people's thoughts about how we can increase attendance.
This is like opening a restaurant nobody wants to eat at and blaming people for not being hungry. Men are not hiding. They are just spending their time differently now. And that shift is not reversing. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a man. Subscribe and hit the notifications bell to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.